Hello and welcome to this video. We were continuing the first chapter of your social and political life, Understanding Diversity. In last video, we discussed about the diversity and interdependence. And in this video, in order to understand diversity more clearly, we will compare two different places of India, the Ladakh and the Kerala. So first we will discuss about the Ladakh in detail. Well, Ladakh is a desert in the mountains in east of Jammu Kashmir. Here you can see this is Jammu Kashmir and the red shaded area is Ladakh. Ladakh is a union territory of India. Very little agriculture is possible here since this region does not receive any rain and is covered in snow for a large part of the year. So, Ladakh experience very less rainfall, and because of that agriculture is not much possible in these areas. So very little agricultural practice are found in Ladakh. There are very few trees that can grow in the region, and because of its geographical location, because this area experience very low rainfall and most of the time it covered with snow, very little vegetation or very less trees are found in this region. For drinking water, people depend on the melting snow during the summer month. And because this area experience very low rainfall, for drinking water purpose, people depend on melting of the snow during the summer. They collect the water and store it for the whole year to consume. People here keep sheep and goats. The goats in this region are special because they produce pashmina wool. You can see here in the picture, pashmina wool is very costly and one of the heritage of Kashmir. People generally fond of pashmina shawls made of pashmina wool. So it has a very great market outside Kashmir and outside India also. So the goats of Kashmir are very special because they produce pashmina wool. The wool means the pashmina wool is priced and pashmina shawls cost a lot of money, as we discussed, because the pashmina wool has a great market outside Kashmir and also outside India. It is very costly, and the shawl produced from pashmina wools also cost much. The people in Ladakh carefully collect the wool of the goats and sell this to traders from Kashmir. Pashmina shawls are cheaply woven in Kashmir. Pashmina shawl is a kind of heritage from Kashmir. And you can see here in the picture, these pashmina shawls has a great market in the world and it is a costly product. The people of Ladakh eat meat and milk products like cheese and butter. Each family owns some goats, cows, and zoos, that means yak cows. So people here rear goat, cow, yaks, and they live upon the milk and the meat of these animals, and also many milk products like cheese, butter, etc. Being a desert did not mean that Ladakh did not attract its share of traders. Well, it is true that it experienced less agriculture and less trees, less natural vegetation covered, but still it attracts more number of traders and tourists towards it. It was considered a good trade route as it had many passes through which caravans traveled to what is today called Tibet. And once upon a time, Ladakh, not once upon a time, even in today's time, Ladakh is a very important center for traders because traders used the passage of Ladakh in order to reach to Tibet. And caravans, especially here you can see the word caravans. Caravans means a group of traders travel in a group in order to protect themselves from theft or robbery, and that is called caravan. You will learn more about caravans in your class 7th history. So, because the Ladakh connects Tibet, it is one of the most important route for traders also. These caravans carried textile and spices, raw silk and carpets to do trade. We discussed about its geographical condition, its economical condition, its markets, its trade. Now we will discuss a bit about its religious habits. Buddhism reached Tibet via Ladakh. Ladakh is also called Little Tibet. Well, you must have idea that the religion Buddhism originated from the Bihar's Gaya of India, and it gradually became popular in Tibet and China, Japan, and all other countries. So, it is believed that Buddhism reached to Tibet via Ladakh, and Ladakh is also called as Little Tibet. Islam was introduced in this region more than 400 years ago, and there is a significant Muslim population here. So it is not like that only Buddhism is found in Tibet. So it is not like that only Buddhism is found in Ladakh, but there is a great share of Muslim population also, and it is believed that Islam religion was introduced in Ladakh region before 400 years ago. Ladakh has a very rich oral tradition of songs and poems. Local versions of the Tibet national epic, the Kesar Saga, are performed and sung by both Muslims and Buddhists. So, despite of the religious diversity, some people are Buddhist whereas some people are Islamic or Muslim, but irrespective of their religious difference, they both performed Kesar Saga, which is the local version of Tibetan national epic. Take the example of Odia people. There are Muslims, there are Hindus, there are Buddhists, there are Sikhs, there are many people of different religion. But when it's about celebrating our Independence Day, when it's about celebrating the Durga Puja or the Puri Rath Yatra during the Kat festival, which is a popular festival of Odisha, people of different religion joined hand in it. That is the beauty of diversity. It do not separate us, but despite of its difference, it unites us, it strengthens us, and that is the beauty of diversity. That is the importance of diversity. And like that, the Muslim and Buddhist people of Ladakh both perform the Kesar Saga. Now we will take a quick look at Kerala's culture, Kerala's religion and all. Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. It is surrounded by the sea on one side and hill on the other side. From its west, it is surrounded by the Arabian Sea, whereas from its east, it is surrounded by the Western Ghats. A number of spices like pepper, cloves, and cardamoms are grown on the hills. And as it is surrounded by hills, and the hills are ideal because of its geographical location for cultivation of spices, it produces many spices like pepper, clove, cardamom, etc. It is the spices that made this region an attractive place for trader, and because of its richness in production of spices like pepper, clove, cardamom, it attracts a number of traders towards it. Like Ladakh was attracting traders for its pashmina wool, Kerala attracts traders for its spices. Jewish and Arab traders were the first to come here. Many Arab traders also came and settled down here. So, Jewish and Arab traders were the first traders to travel to Kerala of India, and many Arab traders settled in Kerala also. It is believed that the Christianity brought to India by Saint Thomas 2000 years ago via Kerala. Ibn Battuta, who traveled here a little less than 700 years ago, wrote a travelogue in which he described the lives of Muslims and says that they were a highly respected community. When traveler Ibn Battuta came to Kerala, he wrote a travelers. Travelers means a record which was maintained by travelers. In his travelers, he described the Muslims of Kerala as a highly respected community. The Portuguese discovered the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with his ship here. Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese traveler, he discovered the sea route from Europe to India by landing at Kerala. Because of all these various historical influence that Ibn Battuta traveled here, many Arabian traders traveled here, Vasco da Gama traveled here and discovered the sea route from Europe to India. Because of all this history, people in Kerala practice different religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Look at the religious diversity, the religious richness of Kerala. It is so beautiful. People in Kerala are of different faith. Some practice Judaism, some Islam, some Christianity, some Hinduism, some Buddhism, and still they coexist together, respecting each other's religion. They do not hate each other because of their difference, rather, they appreciate the difference and they celebrate the difference, and that is the beauty of Kerala. Except this religious thing, there are some other beauties. There are some fascinating other facts about Kerala, like the fishing nets used here looks exactly like the Chinese fishing nets and are called cheena-vala. You can see here in the picture, these are the fishing nets used in Kerala, and these are exactly the similar kind of nets which are used in China, and these are called cheena-vala. Even the utensil used for frying is called the cheena-chatti, and it is believed that the word cheen could have come from China. The people of Kerala use a kind of dish to fry things like frying fish and other things, and these are also called cheena-chatti in their local language, and it is believed that the word cheen, which is used both in cheena-vala and cheena-chatti, the word cheen is expected to came from China. The fertile land and climate are suited for growing rice, and a majority of people here eat rice, fish, and vegetable. Because of its suitable geographical condition, Kerala is capable of producing rice. So people here mainly consume rice, fish, and vegetable. Because Kerala is located in coastal areas near seas areas, people here consume lot of fish also. The boat race is an important part of the Onam festival celebrated in Kerala, and there is a popular festival of Kerala known as Onam, in which people practice boat racing, and it is a festival that is celebrated very popularly in Kerala. That's all about this video. Thank you.